I forget, I think it was my third or fourth podcast. I had a friend of mine and colleague on who had a 30-year experience working with the UN in the UNIDO, the United
Mm-hmm.
Nations Industrial Development Organization. And he
Yeah.
says that the new technologies have huge promise. He's a big fan. He's still very much young at heart and at mind. But he says
Mm.
it's going to create the concept of have and have nots is almost being accelerated. He says the AI will create even bigger gaps and although I think we used to call them third world countries. I think we don't call them that anymore. We call them development countries. Have really
Mm.
picked up. They've really caught up. I think AI in many cases, if they would endorse it and use it, might accelerate their growth. But as you mentioned, depending on your bandwidth of internet, your political situation. This also has a huge potential from a societal perspective to create certain areas of the world that are haves and have-nots, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And, knowing that for a smaller country who doesn't have their own lab or a serious lab at a university, such as MIT, et cetera, in the US, it means that they will have to pay some form of fee or subscription to utilize. But the control of the data that goes into these systems, a bit like ChatGPT, where's all this great data that people are uploading going?
Yeah.
It's there, but it's also in this amazing cloud-based process. And a number of my clients here in Australia are telling their employees to say, use it, but use it with a sensible consideration. Don't upload confidential information. Project managers don't put your status report up there and ask it to do a grammar check on a controversial or confidential initiative
with patent relative or sensitive issues. Or strategic sensitive issues.
It seems sort of sensible, but this is the part of the being literate about the future and also being digitally literate, but also acknowledging that cybersecurity, cyber risk is greater now than ever before because of our connectedness.
Yeah.
Mm.
Great talk. You've given me lots of things to think about.